this video is going to be for people that are using EcomSniper or just recently signed up with EcomSniper and are in the UK market. So you guys are going to follow this roadmap, refer back to this video every few days if needed, and then yeah, by the end of it you'll make £1,000 to £3,000 a month. So the UK roadmap, pretty simple. The first 15 days, what you want to do is 100 listings a day and basically just set up everything. So you want to buy the eBay store subscription first. It's £77 per month. It gives you 1,500 listings. Make sure you buy this on ebay.co.uk, not ebay.com or .ca. You're going to start with a 60% markup and a 4.1% ad rate. So with your markup, you just put it in here. With your ad rate, you can just put it here in the EcomSniper extension. Once that's set up, you can start using the bulk lister and list 100 items a day. So let's say today was day 1. You do 100 listings today, and then you do 100 every single day for the next 15 days to get to 1,500 listings. Let's say you're on day 2 and you get super busy or you forget to run the bulk lister. Do 200 listings the next day to make up for it. By day 15, at latest, you want to be at 1,500 listings. If you're at like 400 listings or 700 listings, it's going to be much harder for you to make a good amount of profit as soon as possible. And then the last key thing to note, make sure the blacklist is enabled. I have a video on my channel. Make sure it's enabled. It will protect your account. That's really day 1 to day 15. Super easy. Just list 100 items a day. Now from day 15 to day 30, this is where it can get a little bit more, I guess, difficult. You kind of have two options. So obviously when you get to 1,500 listings, that's you use your eBay subscription up. The next eBay subscription to list to 10,000 items or 25,000 items is around £450 per month. So super expensive, right? It wouldn't be great if we had to pay the £450 at only 1,500 listings, right? So we basically have two options to combat that. Option number 1 is stay on the UK market and pay insertion fees. So essentially what insertion fees are is a fee that you pay for every listing you do over 1,500, and the reason we're paying it is because we haven't upgraded our eBay subscription. The insertion fee for the UK market when you have the £77 eBay store subscription is 6p. So if I list an item, and let's say this is my 1,501st item, I will get charged 6p per month. So if I have 1,501 items, I get charged £77 plus 6p a month on top of that, right? It's cheaper to go from 1,500 to 8,700 listings and then buy the Anchor Store subscription instead of buying it at 1,500. So I pay insertion fees on all of my accounts, and then I scale up. I buy Anchor and I scale to 25k listings. It's the best method for sure if you have a little bit of cash flow and you want super good sales basically. And you'll see here I put you get better sales, but the downside of it is more expensive, right? Option number 2 is you can sell to the USA. eBay has an option called cross domain selling. So essentially you can just go to ebay.com, sign in with your email and password, and list 10,000 items free of charge as long as you're paying for the £77 eBay subscription on the UK. It seems super good. Unfortunately, you're only going to get 25% visibility on all your items. So you're only going to get 1/4 of the sales that a USA seller would get, and you're also going to get extra fees on each order. I only recommend this option if you have super, I guess, tight cash flow and you only have a few £100s to play with. Let's say like £200, right? This is a good method to make profit and then come back to the UK market. So if you're in the UK, you'll have to make a decision between these two, but you're only going to make it once you're at 1,500 listings. So that's really day 15 to day 30. Whatever one you pick, you're just going to stick with it. And I'll kind of break it down here actually. So let's say you stay on the UK. Day 15 to day 30, you're going to scale to 3,000 listings, and you're just going to stay at 60% markup. You're not going to increase it at all. If you decide that you want to sell in the USA, you're just going to list 100 items a day at 70% markup, and you're going to keep the 1,500 on the UK. I have a document on this, so if you need it, DM me. But essentially, you have two Chrome profiles. One is your UK account of 1,500, one is your USA of 3,000. or sorry, 1500 as well. You have 1500 on your USA, 1500 on the UK by the end of day 30 if you go down the USA route. So that's day 15 to 30. If you stay in the UK, you should have 3000 listings, right? And you'll be paying insertion fees. Day 30 to day 60, if you're on the UK market, keep your markup at 60% and just scale to 8,700 listings and buy the Anchor Store sub. And this might take more than 60 days. You get 3,000 credits every month with EcomSniper. If you're joining the group calls, you can get to 8.7k within probably 45 days, right? If you're not, it might take more than 60. So it's kind of different for everyone. But once you're at 8.7k listings, buy the Anchor Store subscription. It is expensive, but you're going to make way more money. And then just keep bulk listing, scale to 15 or 25k listings. We'll go a little bit more into that in a second. If you're selling on the USA, you're going to go from 1,500 listings that you did in day 15 to day 30. And now you're going to go from 1,500 to 4,500. And now you're going to still have your 1,500 on the UK. So you're going to have 6,000 listings basically. So that's really day 30 to day 60. And you're going to stay at a 70% markup on the USA if you're selling on there. Now day 60 to day 90, if you're still in the UK market and you haven't switched over to the USA, which will probably be the majority of people watching, you're going to scale from 8,700 listings to as many as possible, ideally 10,000, right? And you're going to increase markup to 80% on all your items. The true results or the true effects of having the Anchor Store subscription normally come around 15,000 listings. So try and bulk list as many as possible. You can start doing 150, 200 listings a day at this point, as long as you have the blacklist enabled. If you're on the USA, you're going to scale from 4,500 listings to 8,000 listings and then 1,500 on the UK. So that's going to put you just under 10,000, right? Now, for most people in the UK, that's basically your account done. You have Anchor, you're at 10,000, maybe 15,000 listings. Now all you really need to do, just keep listing, max out your account and get to 25k listings, right? However, if you're on the USA, you still have an extra 30 days left in the roadmap. So on the USA, once you hit 10k listings, you're actually going to go back all the way to day 15 to day 30, and you're going to copy the UK roadmap. So you're going to see here it says scale to 3,000 listings, get to 8.7k. You're going to have to repeat all these steps, right? And this is the downside with the USA, is it just takes more time to get to the 1 to 3,000 pound per month profit mark. But yeah, essentially you're going to repeat all the steps from day 15 to day 90 for the UK market, i.e. scaling from 1,500 to 8.7k listings and buy the Anchor Store subscription. Once you've got Anchor, you're going to delete all your USA listings. So yeah, you're going to delete the 10,000 that you did, that you spent 90 days on. I know it's a little bit crazy, but most of you guys won't have the account limits to have 10,000 on the USA and 25,000 on the UK. Essentially, we just sell to the USA to make some profit and then take that profit to just cover the insertion fees. So you're going to do your USA listings and then essentially just follow the day 60 to day 90, go from 8.7k to as many listings as possible. And then, yeah, the end result, no matter what route you go down, either if you stay in the UK or go to the USA, you'll scale to 15 to 25,000 listings. Profit will be around £2,000 at 25k listings. So that's the average profit after all expenses. That's after paying EcomSniper, Anchor, Trackerbot, Amazon Prime, whatever you're paying for, right? So that's really the roadmap. Any questions, you can let me know. Godspeed.